Hello folks, a beautiful December day here. I'm ready to start doing more Christmas things. I got this is a present for my mother. This is a present for a friend. I am missing some people. So we're gonna be doing some more portraits today. Come follow me. Bring a seat. I don't have any extras. It'll be good. Come, just come with me. A voiceover portion, let's get this going. Just a quick content warning for those, shall I say, less than comfortable with non-traditional, non-monogamous relationships. I will be talking about some sensitive matters today, so if that offends you, please avert your gaze and find something else nice to watch, because I'm sure that there's plenty on the internet to see, and I want to talk about things that I'm doing right now, so there you have it. And with that out of the way, let's get right into it, shall we? So, my fiancé, heart of hearts, light of my life, star in my sky, is not built for monogamy. I don't know what exactly the disconnect is. I just know that it is a powerful and I would say almost primal issue with monogamy. Maybe she just has too much love. Maybe, I don't know. Not that she would ever do anything without making sure that I was comfortable with it. But in this sort of case, it was like love it or leave it sort of a thing. And I chose to love it. So last year, my fiance got what she calls a Christmas girlfriend. She is a lovely woman. We have her over regularly for supper, and I'd like to think that I know her fairly well. I mean, we're not like hangout buddies or nothing, but you know, when she's over, I enjoy the time that I spend with her. And for this Christmas, to complete a collection, last year I painted a picture of our cat. This year she would like paintings of her girlfriend and I. I'm not gonna say names. Her identity is not mine to give. And so, since this painting is very obviously not me, one must conclude that it is a picture of said girlfriend. I'm not gonna go too far into it. It's a pretty normal relationship. It's just, I don't know, she's just got a relationship with two people instead of one. It's just a thing. So, I asked girlfriend to send me a picture of her and her best, and she happened to send me this one, which is very nice. Shows her, I think she's actually got colored hair right now, a lovely shade of something or other, and well, you see, when I asked for it, I like to be sneaky, so I was kind of sneaky. So I sent it the request to her, being like, well, now that Katie's out of the room, I can ask you for a picture because I'm planning a present for Katie, and I'd like her to, you know, just give me a picture and I'll paint it, and Katie will find out later. So she takes a couple days, looks over her photos, she selects one that Katie actually took herself. So she would instantly recognize this photo. Now, a thing to note, there is no fucking way that I could work on this painting without Katie knowing, unless I had done it solely on a day when she was not here. And even then, like we both have free reign of the house. I go into her office, she comes into my studio. It's just not a no-go zone. There's not really any secrets here. So, but I like to be sneaky. So I was sneaky from girlfriend. I told her that it was going to be a surprise, but I had actually discussed the present with Katie already, asking her what she wanted. Oh, that's such a sneaky move. It's so dastardly. Nobody's going to recover from that. I don't really know why I feel the need to be sneaky like that. There's a lot to unpack there. This is not the video about it. This is about my fiance's girlfriend, and that's what we're talking about, because she's an amazing person, and I feel like this painting turned out pretty well. I really like the original drawing that I did planning out the painting. I feel that was fantastic, personally, I think. Hey y'all, just a quick author's note here. I spent the whole night up playing Switch, and I'm very tired right now, but the show must go on, so I'm just gonna look through what I said, kinda recenter my thoughts, and kinda get going from there. Okay, so the last thing we were talking about was the original drawing, which I did on a canvas with the, I think it was parchment? 1 second. Don't mind me, I'm just looking at it. Pale yellow neo-pastel. It is a personal favorite of mine for doing underpaintings and stuff on canvas. It is very pigmented, so you don't have to put a lot of pressure, you don't end up denting the canvas, and more importantly, it's fairly transparent when mixed with paint, so you don't end up getting a lot of the color in like you do with the darker colors, the blues, especially the blues. They stain so badly, and it just messes up your whole color scheme. Use a light color, use a yellow, use a white. It's gonna save you a lot of trouble if you're doing it the way that I do. So with that out of the way, let's actually talk about the painting itself. I am doing it in my own special brand of colors. By that I mean I'm not really following any particular color scheme. I'm just dashing whatever I can onto the canvas and making sure that the values match. Because if your values match, you can do whatever you want with the color. It does not matter. Likewise with the likeness, especially when you get into more of a caricature style, you'll find that as long as one or two features are bang on, the rest of the face can just look sort of like it. And by that I mean, like, for example, let's say that the hair is iconic, or the eyebrows are iconic, and the painting's not gonna look like that person until you draw the hair on or the eyebrows on, and then suddenly, bam, it is them. You can find this this sort of feature on just about anybody. Everybody's got a very distinctive feature, and for caricature, that's what you're looking for. You're wanting to pull that out and kind of accentuate it, really make it bigger than life. It's just fun. It's just really fun. I'm having a ton of fun with this painting. And that being said, I'm going to leave you for a couple of minutes to maybe caffeinate myself. Folks, I have a liter of tea to get through and not much time to do it. So I'm just gonna start drinking, just see how many burns I get. Maybe they're recoverable. Maybe I'll just be forced to live with a burned tongue for the rest of my life. It is what it is. It's just is what it is. So I'll see you in a couple of minutes. I'll come back. I'm not sure when, maybe when I'm doing the hair, and we'll talk about that. Not quite hair time, but I'm back, and I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the teeth, because I have been doing teeth a certain way in the last couple of paintings, and it has made my life so much easier. Just draw a block, just a block of teeth, maybe a little bit of gum on the top, maybe a little bit of black on the bottom, but just imply the presence of teeth. That's what I've been doing. I'm not saying that that's the correct method, but it certainly does seem to be working for me, and I do love the way that the lack of detail makes your brain fill in everything else. There is an implication of teeth there, and that's what I want. I want to make paintings that you can see from a room away, and then you're like, oh, I know what that is. That's a person. This people are here. I think that's a big part of what attracts me to pastels in particular, and oil paints by extension, just simply because it's very, very hard to get the detail that you think you might want. So you kind of either have to dedicate 40 hours to it or skip it after 2. You can just type a note in the comments as to what you think that I'm doing, because I guarantee you I'm not spending 40 hours on a painting unless it's going in the friggin' Smithsonian. I ain't doing it. And I mean, like, look how long it took me to do that hair. That was like, well, it wasn't actual real time, but it was pretty dang close, folks. I just blopped it on there, put that little cowlick on there. It was very cute. I love it. And it looks like hair. It's just a big blob. It's not gonna look exactly like hair, but I don't want it to look exactly like hair. That's not what I'm about. I'm gonna wait until I can get some mad funding before I start looking into, the skills that require you to do the friggin' pores on the face. Like, it's not interesting to me. And it's okay that it's not interesting to me. It doesn't have to be like a photograph. In fact, I personally prefer art that's not photographic. That is not to say that realism, super realism, hyper realism, whatever it is called at this moment, does not take an incredible amount of skill, both in color matching and just straight up detail orientation. I am just not built like that. Like Tammy Danzo on YouTube, my hero. I see the things that she does with pencil crayons, and most recently gouache. I think she did like a whole Painttober thing where she tried to do 30 paintings in 30 days. Didn't quite work out, but she's still going at it, and it is beautiful. Her process is just amazing. And it's also not the only way to do art. Sometimes a painting is a blob of brown on a black canvas. At the end of the day, art is there to make you think, it's there to make you feel. It's there. Sometimes it's just there to be enjoyed. Like commercial art. Well, is commercial art still art? I want to say that it is, but I want to hear your thoughts too. Unfortunately, this does include the I don't know, clip art gothic or whatever, the kind of art style that was popular for corporations in the 2010s. This extremely simplified stuff. Eventually it leaked into logos, and now we've all got like purple blobs as logos. What happened to Firefox is an absolute travesty. It's still a form of art direction. I don't have to agree with it in order to consider it valid in its own way. Likewise, art generated by AIs, very touchy subject right now. Do not bring this up in the presence of artists unless you want to catch them hands. I believe it is a form of art, but it is also a form of plagiarism, because the AI doesn't just generate this art from nowhere. It takes bits and pieces, it samples art that has been fed into it, sometimes quite often without the artist's knowledge or consent. It'll grab pieces from other paintings and it'll just kind of mash them together, and it'll just keep doing that until the person that's generating it finds one that they like and stops the process. I don't know if I'm qualified to say that there's no skill involved in the key phrases that are used to like generate the search algorithm. I imagine it does take a certain intuition to come up with some of them, but it is not talent per se, like you would find with an actual painting. Given the same key phrases, one can generate the exact same painting, whereas two artists, unless they have expressly copied a very specific art style, cannot duplicate the exact same picture. There's always going to be a little bit of variation, a little bit of difference in line weight, maybe a difference in how they mix the colors. There's always going to be a personal touch to it, and you don't get that with AI art. I think AI art is going to go the way of AI language translation. This is something that I have very little knowledge of. I have started learning Spanish in the last couple of weeks, and not very good at it yet. But I have heard some polyglots' choice words on the nature of AI translation.
Pretty nice oil painting, if I do say so myself. I believe that this whole thing where I'm doing art is very helpful to learning how to do art. It's kind of funny. I don't know if anyone's tried it before. I would suggest it. Not sure. Updates for the rest of this December might be a little bit sporadic. It is the holiday season. I've got a lot of stuff to take care of. I don't know when the next time I'll see you is. Hopefully before the new year. But if not, I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a beautiful snowy December. Or sunny, I don't discriminate hemispherically. But see ya.